Hello, we're here with Emily Chen, and we're going to be discussing the IELTS speaking test. In this specific case, this particular candidate is from China, and she scored a band score of 4 in the IELTS speaking test, in part 3 of the IELTS speaking test. Remember, in part 3 of the IELTS speaking test, they'll be asking you your opinion. It's usually about some future topic, and a topic that's related to part 2 of the IELTS speaking test. Part 2 of the IELTS speaking test, if you recall, is when the IELTS speaking candidate gets a topic card. So in this particular case, this girl, she just finished her part 2, now she's in part 3 of the IELTS speaking test, and they're asking her opinions about the news. Now, after looking at this video, I evaluated her speaking, and according to the Dr. VIP system, she spoke with very little details. Lots of repetition, right? Limited vocabulary. Recall that you need academic English, not basic English. Don't say, I like. Say, I enjoy. Academic English. Lots of interruptions. She was very hesitant to speak. She had to be prodded on by the IELTS examiner. Remember, if the IELTS examiner is speaking more than you are, that's not a good sign. Her pronunciation, basically, she was combining a lot of the Chinese with the English, which we call Chinglish. When you combine Spanish with English, it's called Spanglish. And she was doing a lot of that and a lot of mispronunciation of the words. For example, she said, instead of saying the word they are, she says they are. If she was to say there, she said dare. She was frequently self-correcting herself. She was using something like that. Something like that. When you use the word something, it means that you don't have the vocabulary to replace that word with an academic English. Avoid words like something, anything, or thing. It means that you have limited vocabulary. As you recall in previous lessons, you need to build your vocabulary by reading. Remember, keep on reading that novel, and that will build up your vocabulary as we discussed in other lessons. She said later on in the episode that she was saying, not just argue something. She used a phrase, not just argue something. Used a lot of something. She used a lot of not very complex sentences. Her mispronunciation was very, very acute. She said opinionar. I don't know, she was creating a new word. I think she meant opinion. So it was very, as you can see, the IELTS examiner was really trying to understand her speaking. She was also saying argue something, using something repetitively. Emily, what was your observation with this particular candidate?
这位参加考试的这个中国学生呢，他的发音比较中国化，比较中国化。另外呢，他这个停顿的次数也比较多，然后让考官觉得他会比较紧张。另外，他句式方面过于简单，词汇也过于简单了。
Thank you very much, Emily. Okay, so let's see this particular candidate, how she speaks.
Well, we've been talking about interests and hobbies, and I'd like to discuss with you one or two more general questions related to this. So let's think about hobbies now and hobbies in the future. What are the most popular types of hobby in Korea now? What do most people like to do?
Many Koreans like to reading
and talk about others. Yeah. And some person like to go to the movies.
Why do people like to do that kind of thing, reading and going to the movies?
I think Korean people like the public, yeah, gathering together, not alone, yeah. So they enjoy together. They enjoy go together movies and talk about talking about it.
What kind of things do you think people will enjoy doing in the future?
What kind of people?
What kind of hobbies will be popular in the future?
For the young people, Korean people like to more outside sports, like snowboard and mountain biking, maybe it is more popular.
Do you think it's a good way to make friends and meet people, having a hobby?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't. Yeah.
Sometimes people like doing their hobbies a lot and they spend a lot of time on their hobbies. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, to spend a lot of time on a hobby?
It is a good thing. I think it is a good thing.
Why is it a good thing?
It is more. It is helpful to us to relax their life.
Are there any other good things about it? Do you think maybe some people spend too much time on their hobbies?
I don't think so.
No?
Yeah.
Is it possible to spend too much time on a hobby?
It is possible. Only special person. But most of people have a.
And is that difficult if you and a very important hobby? You have a very interesting hobby. You like painting. Do you think people should have a hobby? Is it important for people to have a hobby? Or is work enough?
Yes, it is important. To enjoy their life.
Thank you very much, Suk.